what was that little period like where you're like, we just got to get to X inspections?
Well, I'll let her talk about X inspections. I remember my very first inspection, and it was for a friend of ours who was buying a home. And he just randomly texted me. He's like, hey, do you know a home inspector? And he was joking around. And I was like, oh, okay.
Here we go.
Because I mean, I had inspected my home and, looked at friends' homes and tried to get used to.
We did a lot of mock inspections.
Yeah, a lot of mock inspections. But it's one of those things where, like, this is my first paid inspection for my friend. And I joke now, I'm like, dude, living in your home, I don't even want to know how many things you probably found wrong. But like, I probably did, and you were like, this jerk, he's missing stuff. But that's how we got into our first one.
We never did it for free.
No.
Never. Good.
Never.
And that was intentional, I take it.
I have to give some advice to people. Do not give your services away for free.
Ever. Yep.
Never. No.
Yep.
Completely agree.
He wanted to do that.
I know.
Said no.
But that was her business mentality. I just didn't have. I think that's why we got to where we are. But I think those first agents came.
Networking.
I'm not shy, and I like networking. Mm-hmm. So anytime there was like an agent event or a lender was hosting a lunch or a gathering in the evening, I tried to be there.
How'd you find out about them, or how'd you know those were happening?
Facebook, really. It's one of those things where initially when I first started, it was just how many agents can I add on Facebook? But it wasn't like I want to dial for dollars. I wanted to try to meet people. And there was in the early days, 5 or 6 agents that just kind of came organically, that really helped us grow to the point of further growth with agents. So.
It was also the beginning of their careers too. So
That's
they
true.
weren't dedicated to any one home inspector.
Yeah.
And it just happened that they were really good at what they were doing.
Yeah.
And so their first year, was our first year, and their real estate business exploded, and we just sort of rode that along with them. And we're really grateful to all of those agents that believed in us. And I think we believed in them, and we were just like, every time there was a contract, we were like, yes,
good for you, good for us, good together. Yeah.
Did you guys bond with them over that? Because that's such a good strategy. And I always tell new inspectors, I'm saying, slide to the same side of the booth with new agents, because you're together growing on this journey, and you don't know if they're going to be the next 50 deal a month producer or get with a brokerage that just has all these rainmakers. So do it together. Was it kind of just natural? Just shook hands and hey, you're new, we're new, let's do this.
Yeah. Well, it was one of those things where some of them that started working with us, we didn't know were new. I could think of one in particular. It was on Facebook, and I remember being accepted into a real estate page on Facebook and thinking do they know what I do?
Am I supposed to be here?
Am I supposed to be here? Watching people have conversations and talk, and I started inserting myself into some of the conversations at first. And I remember just forging some relationships and then realizing they're new too, within a couple of months before really we started. And even if we're not longstanding business partners now, we're still friends with those people. You know what I mean? I think they saw the beginning of us, and I think for us, our business growth came from relationships that not were only organic, but real people. We want to know who you are as a person. Who is your family? You know our family. You know us personally. And that just makes better business relationships. So
you just can't fake that stuff. And that's what I always tell people. I think a lot of inspectors think they're doing the relationship thing. And I always tell them go a level deeper. You got to be vulnerable. Like the last podcast, I think 1 or 2 ago, we talked a lot about vulnerability and personal details. Sometimes it feels uncomfortable. Right. And I think the traditional inspector thinks, oh, I just do my job. You get your report. It's just no. This is such a relationship business, right?
Hi everyone, this is Louis from Spectora. I'm going to put 3 links down in the description below. The first link is for you if you like Spectora, but maybe you just have a couple questions. You can schedule a 15-minute discovery call with someone from our client success team to make sure that Spectora is a great fit for you. It is, by the way. If you're ready to dive in and start using the app, the second link is for our free trial. With the average cost of a home inspection, that's a couple $1,000s that you'll pocket before you pay us a dime. And the third link is for our Spectora Jumpstart program. If you're a brand new home inspector, you probably need a website, or maybe you have a website that you just kind of threw up real quick and you're not super thrilled with it. In the Jumpstart program, we'll make you a great website based on feedback from you to make sure that it reflects your business, your market, and you. We'll optimize it for search engines, and we'll put an online scheduler on your website too, so you can spend less time on the phone and more time out in the field working. We'll also bundle it with a full year of the Spectora app, and we'll do it at a great price too. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you check out other videos on this channel, and take care.